Well, another day on the V-Star, on the 650. We pulled all the covers off, all the timing covers, and we're spinning the engine to get to our, applicable positions for the valve adjustment, intakes, and then exhausts. And I noticed that the little dot on the intake side is what I'm doing first. There's a dot, if you can see that. Probably not. There's a dot on the cam. It's supposed to be aligned with this pointer right here at the top. The intake side is, and you're supposed to see a letter I right in there, but I do not. And according to research, I mean, it either jumped a tooth or two, or the chain is stretched. And I'm gonna bet that the chain is stretched because it was idling and it was running. So I don't see why, or how it could be running like that and have jump timing so bad. But I don't know. This is all experimenting. Just working our first cover now. And we will see. So like I said, on my intake side, on the right side, oops, I'm already on the mark. Wow, that is stuck on there. So if I did it right, we should be able to wiggle this whole entire rocker and should hear some play, I think. Oh, there it is. And now we slip the feeler gauge. Man, I was all looking forward to this job because I had feeler gauges, or I have feeler gauges. Where did I just put them? But the smallest it goes is 0.008. I need 0.003 to 0.005. So I'm looking for my other set, if I still even have it. Oh, come on, dude. I don't. Freaking awesome. Oh, no way. Oh. Dude, I haven't used these in years. Oh, and I have it. Yes, it's covered in slime or something. The last time I used these was on a street bike. So that's why these are bent. That's actually the 0.003 and the 0.004 that are bent. Perfect. Let's see. And let me just start with the 5 because it's straight. All right, and then because we can slip a 5 has a little bit of drag, but that means that that gap is too big. So we're gonna loosen this nut. We're gonna run that down like a ball hair and then tighten it up because 5 is too big. 5 is the max. I want to be able to slip a 4. Actually, yeah, I want to be able to slip a 4 with some slight drag, maybe, or even a 3, a loose 3. All right, so I just made the adjustment. I can't do it with 2 hands, and this is a 4. I can slip that in and it's got drag, a little bit of drag, so that's good. Let me see. Let me take a 5, and I'd like a 5 to not go. So if that doesn't go, that'd be awesome. and 5 will not. Yep, 5 won't go, so I am good with that right there. All right, since we're good with that one, that first one, we're gonna take that valve cover and take some brake clean or carb clean and wipe it all down. And we're gonna take out that O-ring because I showed yesterday that I got a pack of O-rings in the mail. So that's gonna be for this guy. Because like I said, I'm pretty sure some of that leak is coming from the top. It's got 35,000 miles. I'm not surprised that it's leaking. Wow, yeah, that thing is actually very hard to get out. Jeez. Oh my gosh. And it's flat, so get the new one. There's a new one. You probably won't even see that on camera, but the old one's flatter. And I'm just gonna find a way to press this new one in, and then this can go back on. Yeah, perfect fit. It's nice and thick, so that will definitely have stopped the leak. And of course, that's a mating surface, so you want to make sure that that's clean as well. Oops. Just a little bit. Just wipe down that mating surface. Try not to drop any crap. Whoa, 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 whoa. That's what I don't want to do. I don't want to drop any crap inside of the motor, because this thing is dirty. Like I said, ow, damn, I hit my head. I'm trying to take care of all these leaks first and do all this maintenance, and then I want to wash the bike completely because I want to start painting some stuff. But that is what we are doing. It's pretty clean, so I'm gonna get that cap back on. When you don't want to do guesswork and do some freaking random ugga-duggas, just get a torque wrench if you have one. 10 Newton meters, no guessing. Oh, I didn't tighten that down. Well, then again, it is a new gasket, so it's squishing down. There we go. Now it's getting tight. Boom. One and done. Two. Double check one more time. That's it. All right, now that was one of a total of 4 valves. It's gonna be 2 intakes, 2 exhausts. That's one of the intakes. This is the second one. So we're gonna do the same thing 3 more times. Actually, sorry, when you get to the exhaust side, this cam gear, you have to match the dot. The other side right now, we're supposed to, but like I said, it's off. But obviously I'm not gonna touch that chain because screw that. Something I was not expecting, my second intake valve is tighter. I actually was expecting looser, but it seems that it's tighter than what it should be. So we're gonna open that one up and do the opposite. We're gonna open it a little bit. Man, this back one on the exhaust side is ass, dude. Can't fit anything. Literally just using a wrench. It sucks. All right, the measurement for the exhaust sides are between 0.005 and 0.007. I'm able to slip a 5 with drag, and I cannot get a 6 in, so calling that good. Just gonna do the valve cover gasket, put it back on, call that one good, and then do the last one in the front. We'll see how that goes. All right, so what are we on now? day 4. I started mixing and matching because I wasn't doing like full, you know, straight day worth of doing something on the bike. Kind of like mix and matching here and there after work, you know, spend a couple hours on it. I think the last time we were doing valve adjustments. Yeah, that's what we were doing. And we did the 4, these caps, there's 4 of them. 1, 2, 3, and then one in the front. 4. We had an issue here on this back one. There was like a bolt, one of those bolts, I think was over tightened by whoever previously had, you know, gone in there. I did get some thread lock and it was able to grab and go. Something of a helicoil job next time. Something. We'll see if that ends up leaking or what. And then this one, had to take a couple things off just to get there. You know, this tube to get there. I think the exhaust ones were actually, or no, I'm sorry. Each one intake and one exhaust was too loose, and then the other 2, they were too tight. So everything did need adjustments. And then while we were there, we ended up changing out the O-ring gaskets on every valve cover cap, you know, valve cap. And you know, there's buildup here, so that should take care of anything that was leaking up top. And then I think next, I'm really just gonna kind of use the rest of my carb cleaner can and take off all this gunk towards the bottom, because now it looks like we're left with the lower end, you know, super messy, which was causing the leak. Yeah. And then we also took out the fuel pump and one of those igniters at the front cylinder. Fuel pump's old. I just tested power to the harness for the fuel pump, which is good. There's the second igniter. Make sure you're in a well-ventilated area. This stuff is so old and caked on. I'm gonna have to get gloves on and do some dirty work. Well, cleaned it up a little bit. I ran out of carb clean. Mix and miss. When I used to work at Mitsubishi, we would have our cans, personal cans, and the bottom of it would have like a fill port, and then when we run out, we would go to a drum and just like click it down on it, and it reloads our can. So we'd be able to clean up all these messes like this. Good times. But now I gotta buy them, and I only bought one, so I might call it for the day. But we did get the tank sealer, PR15 tank sealer, so that we can start cleaning out the rust in the gas tank. Probably gonna wash it down and just start working on all the rust that's in there. I do have to go and buy a bunch of what are those, what's it called, the stuff to dissolve rust, so I can fill it up in there in the tank and let it sit, eat away the rust. But I think first I need to do I might do like vinegar and a bunch of loose hardware like bolts, nuts, to shake around in there so you can shake off all of the thick, you know, chunks of rust. I might just throw a bunch of bolts in there and shake it around. So that might be the next video. For now, all of the valves are done. Yeah, that's how it's sitting. Should have done pretty good. Still got to do spark plugs. I'm gonna have to order a new fuel pump. Igniters are good because it was running, and kind of just clean it up. It's moving along very nicely.